up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop, and welcome to issue number 14 of Build the Legendary Cyborg ROBOCOP from the wonderful folks over at Fanhome. Now, if you would like to build this along with me and subscribe to this awesome Partwork, click this little link all the way along there. Head over to the Fanhome website, click the subscribe button, and you too can be building along with me this massive 1/3 scale, 2 foot tall Partwork of ROBOCOP, the iconic cyborg policeman from the 1987 film. So in this month's magazine, we've got Designing ROBOCOP Part 3, the weapons and the cars. Tells you all about what he's got, what weapons he carries. He's got a nifty gun retraction device in his right thigh there. You then got step-by-step assembly of Part 2 of the left foot. 100 years of robots, man's best friend. And then cutting-edge top-notch technology, which is artificial gravity this time. Artificial gravity, folks. Who would have thought it? This was Lewis, his sidekick, in a Detroit police car. ROBOCOP's wielding the Auto 9, which was a modified Beretta 93R. What a gun. Tells you all about it there. Tells you all about the different cars as well, which were modified full Tauruses and things like that. So absolutely, it's surprising when you look back and you see the film how they had to mould bits to add onto the cars to make them look futuristic. So yeah, well worth a watch. This is the parts that you're getting today, which are the left toe cap, the left toe spring, and some screws. And they are all contained in here. Pack number 14, peeps. There's all your bits and bobs, the foot parts, and there's all your fixings. So keep that to one hand. And you'll also need to bring out the piece we built in the last issue, which was his foot. This will tell you on your ROBOCOP where we're building, which is just down here, around the ankle and toe area of his left foot. Gives you an idea of what we're going to be doing here, putting the spring in. Now the eagle-eyed will remember when I did the last one, I actually put the screw in the spring first before I put it in. It was just easier for me. So I shall be doing that same technique again, and also putting the retaining screw in on the toe piece, ready to hold that. So it's just my little way of doing it because it's easier for me. This is what you're going to end up with. There's the underside of the foot with all the spring in place. There's the top view, and this lets you know what you're going to end up with at the end of this episode today. You got man's best friend there, Robo-Dog. Yeah, and look at the difference, right? This was very early on in the late 40s, and it's very clunky looking, isn't it? And yet here we are with children's toys. This robotics that are in that are in this little thing that's probably Wi-Fi enabled and fully autonomous. So yeah, just goes to show you how things have changed. I love it. I've lived through a lot of advances in technology, and I'm fascinated by it and as to where it's all going to go. This is artificial gravity. Goes right back when they was on about putting space stations up that revolve yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm a aficionado of Space 1999 and programs of that era. And to see all of this now becoming a reality is, yeah. I mean, we all remember 2001, The Space Odyssey and films like that. And then, of course, the iconic Star Wars films and RoboCops and going on to the Terminator movies and that. So it just goes to show you how technology is advanced. This is all about the Hubble telescope when they was going out and doing repairs, you know. And so give these a read, these magazines, folks. You will not be disappointed. So I'm going to flip back and go through back to the assembly and put this at the back of the bench there so that I can see what we're making. And we'll open up today's parts and we'll come back and we'll assemble the rest of this foot, folks. Right, shall we have a looky-kins at what we're going to be doing, folks? We're going to need this piece. So I should do what I did last time. Pick up that piece there. We'll then pop that through the spring, which we want to go that way round. So the screw's going to go up through there. Right. So let's put a bit of oil on there. Like that. And this is just easier for me to do it this way, folks. So grab that like so. And we want to put the spring on the middle post. Just in there. Okay. Up in there like that. Here's what we want. And then just rest the screwdriver on and start that screw on its little journey. Now you might find that the screw itself catches in the spring. It's perfectly normal. Perfectly okay. Just use the momentum of the screw and just spin the spring round. It's just a little quirk, but it will free up once you've done a couple of turns on the screw like that, just as, and then you can just hold it with your thumb then. And then just get that fully home, and that will bite in place. Just like that. And that's all you want. Okay. We then put this into the foot itself, and that is retained by a single CM screw. Okay, so we're going to be putting that in like so. So grab another one, put a little bit of oil on that, and then that will start putting the instep of the foot in then. Little drop of oil, pop that in the hole, like so, and then with a bit of a depth lining up, you should then be able to pop that straight in. Like that, first time. Then you can hold it in your hand and tighten this up, just like so. There you go. And already, that's taking shape. And then that should just leave us now with his toe cap, this piece up there, which is here. Okay. Now this spring needs to come round and look onto that. So what I'm going to do on mine is I'm going to put the screw in a couple of turns so that I can hook the spring round the screw, because trying to put the screw in itself under tension I found quite difficult for me because of me grip. So I tend to do it the opposite. I just get the screw on the crook of my thumb and I give it couple of turns just to start getting the oil to flow, and then I know then that the screw or the spring is going to hook onto the end of that quite happily. Okay, so I can just back it off a tad and then I can grab the spring with the screw and pop that in place like so, like that, and then with a deft twist you can then engage this lip like that, and then let the spring tension go, and there's your foot in place. How easy was that? I found that very easy myself, for me. You might find the instructions ways works better for you, but then I can now fully tighten that spring home, and that's going nowhere. Look at that. Oh, robo foot. I need to get out more. So that now gives you your left foot. Beautiful, isn't it? And then what we'll get then in the next issue is we'll get the closing plates that go along the bottom of this just to seal that up. But for the moment, that is that stage complete. So, with that in mind, I'm going to love and leave you. Don't forget, if you want to build one of these and build along with me, click this link just below. Head over to the Fanhome website. Subscribe and get your very own RoboCop, and then you too can come and join me and we can build this together. And we get to do RoboFoot noises all across our benches. Look at that. Oh, beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. You know you want one. Until the next issue, folks, stay safe, stay well, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.